As a working mom, a big part of my life is my work. I work a full-time job and I want to make sure that I am as productive as I can be at work while also being able to balance between work and life. So in today's video, I'm going to give you a tour of my desk. I work from home, so I have more flexibility of how I can organize my desk, but I'm going to share with you some tips of what has made me more productive, because sometimes there are little things that I have not thought of before that really help me stay focused and productive on a task at hand. So you're gonna see the office tour or the desk tour from a perspective of a working mom at work and a working mom at home. Because my desk is not just for work, but also for my side business and also for just the household tasks that require just some computer work, paying bills, getting organized, creating systems. So all that you're gonna see in today's video. If you are new here, make sure that you subscribe down below for more videos about house and time management as a working mom. So the very first tip I have for you is that you want to create a workspace that is helping you be more creative and also helps you be more organized. And I feel like those two go together, for at least for some of us. For me, I found that I need to have the least amount of things on my desk for me to be more productive and creative. If I have like clutter, it tends to kind of preoccupy my mind and I cannot concentrate on anything and I cannot be more creative as well. So I am going through a process of kind of reorganizing my office space, getting rid of stuff. I just yesterday cleared up a lot of things on my desk. And I have been doing bits and pieces like that over the past few months. And every time I do, both my productivity and my creativity skyrocket. So just make sure that your office space, office desk is as clutter-free as possible. Now, obviously, depending on what kind of position you have, you might require to have some stuff, but just make sure that it works for you in a sense that you know exactly where to find things and it's not creating that clutter in your head. The second tip that I have for you is to decorate or accessorize your desk with things that you enjoy. For the longest time, I was kind of sticking with, things like black and brown, kind of make it more professional. Now, I do work from home, so, you can be more creative if you are in the same position. But even in the office setting, you can always put little accessories of the things that you like. I really am drawn to colors like pink and rose gold. So, those kind of very girly colors. And I was always thinking, I probably shouldn't use that in my setup because it's not professional. And I have been slowly switching, and it just helps me again be more creative, and it just puts me into my element because I'm surrounded by things that I truly enjoy looking at, and that creates that space that makes me want to be more productive. So don't be afraid of using color. Don't be afraid to putting things that you like on your desk to help you in that way as well. Now, the third tip that I have for you is if you enjoy coffee or tea, any hot beverage that you have, is that one, you invest in a good coffee maker that's gonna make the coffee exactly how you like it, because that's gonna save you a lot of money, but it's also gonna make your days much more enjoyable because you're drinking things that you truly enjoy. And the second thing with that is to get a coffee warmer. I think that's the professional name for it. I have one right here. That's what I have been using since Christmas. I got it for Christmas as a gift, and I talked about it in my previous video. But it really helps me be more productive because one, as a mom, and two, as a working mom, my coffee is almost always cold because I never finish it in time. So by having this, I no longer have to drink the cold coffee. And the reason why I think it's really affecting my productivity is because when I am, deep into something and working on a project, and then I take a sip of, of my coffee, and it just hits me right there. It's so cold and it doesn't taste good, and then kind of my train thought is completely out of whack, and I have to start over again. And this way, I just take a sip and I go back to what I was doing. It's not even like I don't even register that consciously in my mind. So if you enjoy coffee, good coffee maker, whatever, however you like your coffee, get a coffee maker that makes your coffee the way you like it, and get a coffee warmer if you are finding yourself drinking a lot of cold coffee. So the next thing that I really recommend is having a setup that's gonna help you switch back and forth between your work and your household or like personal stuff. So what I mean by that, for my work, I have my work laptop, and for my home, I have my home laptop. So the setup I have over here is once I'm done with my work day or work week, depending, I can just easily, swap my computers or my laptops and put the one I'm not using on the side that's specifically for work on the weekends, or put mine during the week. I usually put it here because sometimes, during lunchtime I'll switch back and forth. But make sure that it's kind of functional and it's easy for you to easily switch around between work and home. One of my problems before is I had both of my laptops and the monitor, and then it was charging on this side, so I had cables running over here, which was very annoying. I cannot tell you how many times I tripped over them. But then when I took the monitor away and the keyboard away, this one doesn't have any cables. I do have a cable for it to charge it from time to time, but I have been using it for a week now and I hadn't had to charge it one time. So getting rid of the cables allowed me to plug in both of my laptops on this side, and it's making it so much more functional and so much less cluttered. Another critical space in my office is the file system over here. That's where I put a lot of things that I use all the time. So it varies from, my work stuff, things like related to my resume, party things, routines, my side business, and then I have a weekly and monthly folder. That's where I put a lot of paperwork that I need to take a look at, but I don't have time. So every week I go through both of those folders and kind of feel what I need to do what I need to do that week, and anything from the month that I need to take care of, whether it's filing it away or actually taking some action. So you might be wondering, why wouldn't it be more productive for me to actually file it away where it belongs or do it right away? Yes, it would be more productive, but as a busy working mom, I don't always have the time to do it right away. Yes, it might only take a minute or two, but sometimes I don't have that minute or two. So instead of piling up on my desk, I will just at least put it here, so I know on a weekly basis I can go in and take care of it. Sometimes it's on a bi-weekly basis if I don't get to it. And sometimes I also end up with a random box next to my desk for not mainly paperwork, but any other items that I find and it's just in a rush of things, whether I'm cleaning up the island in the kitchen and I just dump it in a basket and bring it here. But having some areas like this or even the basket next to me allows me to have a desk where I don't have clutter. And that helps me be more productive and kind of concentrate on a task at hand. And the last thing I'm going to show you for both home and my work is binders. I am a huge fan of binders. I have binders for different kinds of things. I'm actually working on a home management binder when I can put all of my to-do list templates and cleaning schedule, all that kind of stuff, so I have it in one spot. But I have a binder for my work-life balance workbook. I have a binder for my side business where I kind of put in my plans for the blog, for my YouTube channel, for Etsy shop, all that kind of stuff is in the binder. So I try to create binders for different categories of my life, so everything is one spot. Otherwise, which I'm still struggling with, I have a bunch of post-it notes all over the place. And then when I get a chance to finally kind of put them in place, so they will usually end up in that weekly folder. And then when I go through it on a weekly basis, I'll put it in the binder. Now, ideally, I would put it in the binder right away. That's what I would start with, but it's a work in progress, guys. I am not there yet. So hopefully, over the next few months, I'll get into a habit of actually pulling out the binder and writing notes over there. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some tips and ideas on how you can organize your desk to be more productive and stay organized. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.